Hello everyone, welcome back. I have a bunch of these Itagawa junipers that I airlayed off one of my big trees a couple of years ago, and I just stuck them all in pots and things, and some of them have some kind of crazy twists in them. I probably put some twists on them when they were part of the main tree to try and bring them in, but then I decided to take them off the tree, airlayer them off, so the twist is still in them, so we might kind of see what we can do about that. This is one I've just taken out of this pot here, just it was full of weeds, the same as this other one. So I'll get these two out as well. You can see the amount of weeds they've just kind of been put in there and basically forgotten about. So you can see there they're pretty overrun with weeds, so we'll get them out and we'll sort them out a bit and get them into maybe individual pots and see is there a bit of wire we can put on them to maybe start off a bit of a styling with them. Now the soil's quite wet now, we've just had a lot of rain, which surprising for us over here in Ireland is kind of, I'm glad of, because we haven't had rain in a couple of weeks now, surprisingly. So my water barrels were all bone dry, so I'm finally getting my water barrels filled up. Get rid of all that. Yeah, so finally have some rainwater collected again. Normally there's never a problem with collecting rainwater in this country, but very mild and dry month really. I don't think it's rained at all this month. This is unusual, but yeah, that's why I think a lot of the trees have woken up a bit early this year. It's been quite mild. Again, yesterday it was probably 16-17 degrees Celsius, so it was a nice day. But today now, and for I think most of tomorrow, some really heavy rain, so I should have all my barrels filled up by Sunday. It's supposed to get nice again on Sunday. Okay, so getting this guy separated. You can see that grown a lot of roots since I've been in there. I said these were all air layers. They all take quite well to air layering these. Quite a few of them. I bought one big bush, and I airlayed loads and loads of branches off it. And recently I gave it the main tree its first styling, the mother tree. So you can see how long them roots are. So it's going to get the bulk of the soil off, and then we'll give them a wash. As I definitely don't want them to leave them in that soil and with all them weeds after for another year. Okay, we'll put that one over there. Let's get this one out. Again, this one's twisted. I might have tried to put in some tight twists on these because they were young, and I thought if I twist them up now, when they get older they'll have a bit of shape to them, but it was just something I was playing around with probably when I was doing it. We'll maybe try and sort that out when we need to. You can see some of the growing tips are just starting to go white there now, so couldn't really need to get these done. Like that, everything is growing so early this year. The weather we've been having, I suppose. Okay, so we've got all them cleaned off, and we'll give them a wash, and then we'll come back and we'll have a look at them. Okay, we have them all cleaned off now. So as you can see there now, we've got a few different, we've got roots down here and up here, so we need to kind of decide on our root plane. Do we want to take these higher ones off, or the lower ones? I'm just kind of untangling them at the moment to make a decision. I'm thinking we go just below. If I take off that and that, I think we might have a bit of reverse taper if I do that. Let's have a look. Maybe we'll just take off some this time and then take off more on our next repot, rather than taking them all off at once, just to make sure there's enough roots still on it. We'll just reduce this one back. Okay, what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to wire this branch up just to make it a bit more of a kind of a bit of a formal looking tree rather than having this down. So I'm just this branch up will help it, I think. So get a bit of wire. Use some of this 2.5 mil. I'm not going to be completely wiring the trees, so I'm only going to, if need be, put one bit on just to help, like with this one, the structural part of the tree. Also then styling of it, just want the main branches so they're kind of looking somewhat natural. And then later on we can come in and style it again properly. We'll reduce this one back, I think. Maybe we'll just take the glasses down so we can see. Just take off the tips of some of these, just to get them to push some of the energy back a bit, so the energy isn't going into them grown tips. A little bit of juvenile foliage there, we'll just leave that for now. Okay, I think that'll do, just that one branch up, just to help it. So let's find a pot for this guy and then we'll move on to the next one. Let's see what we got. Okay, so I've got this little kind of craggly pot. So I think that will be quite nice for this tree. Put that in there like that. I think it'll look well. So pick a front. I'm thinking this is the front here. Get a bit of soil in the bottom. These little trees fiddly to wire in. If I can help it, I wouldn't wire it in. With this guy I definitely would need to because we top heavy. I always got the wire mouth too long too, which doesn't help. front. I think that looks pretty good, pretty natural looking. Okay, that's pretty solid without going over tight with it. So we'll just top that up now. A little bit more soil. Work that in. And my chopstick is I always use metal chopsticks or plastic ones, so I just feel they slide past the roots a bit better. And wooden ones, you can kind of scratch your roots with the wooden ones if you're not careful, or if they get a little bit damaged. And I just kind of use, especially little ones like this, use the weight, basically just kind of dropping it in. So it's just going to gently push in. So you don't need to go crazy, just need to tap it into fill in the gaps. Okay, so I'll just put a bit of this finer stuff on the top just to give it a kind of capping off. Okay, so that's one way done. Now I do have two others done that I did earlier today. Let's find somewhere to put that. I'll just put that there for now. This was one of them. Again, it had some crazy twists in it, so I just straightened them out a little bit. I didn't do any work on the fold. One thing I will do actually is I'm going to prune these back a bit. See these runners there? Take all the energy from the tree. If you're doing cuttings, that's what you want as a cutting, one of these. I may stick some of these in as more cuttings. I do have a lot of them at this stage, but we'll keep them because they're good cuttings, them ones. Okay, so that's one of them. And then this was the other one. Again, bit of a crazy twist on it. But when it comes to styling it, it'll be something different. So let's have a look at the next guy. Go with this one here, big one. Now we've got a lot of roots on this again, and I think there's a root in here we can get rid of. It's coming out the back of the curve there. Take that off, and these small ones here. Just like that. One just sticking up there a bit. Take that one off as well. Now you see the piece of dead wood there from where it was airlayed. Just in there. So take that out. Now it's been all these little white roots there, the weeds, you can get rid of them. Okay, so I think the only work we need to do on this roots for now is this big long one here. I'll reduce that right back like that. I'm just kind of prune them up a little bit. That should do us. So we'll look now at this mess. Now the actual tree itself, again, got some crazy movement in it. I'll reduce it back to maybe here. Reduce this one back a bit, and reduce this one back as well. We'll just plant this one in. Not sure of the front on this yet, or or what we're going to do with it, but for now we'll stick it in. Maybe one day we'll take this branch off, I don't know, but we'll leave it on now. It'll help thicken up the trunk. We'll just stick it in as is for now. So again, we'll find a pot for that. Okay, so we've got this little guy. I think this one will be pretty good for this fella. I'll stick him in there. I don't want to put them in too big a pots. I have put them, a few of them ones in bigger pots, and to be honest, I don't know, do they like being in bigger pots? I don't think it makes a lot of difference to them. I think they get most of their energy from the foliage anyway, so we'll see how these go in these smaller pots. The ones I put in smaller pots seem to have done better than the ones that in bigger pots. So even if some of the ones I put in bigger pots, I'm thinking of taking out and putting in some smaller pots. Okay. And again, this guy needs a bit of styling and stuff, but that can all come later on in the year. Right now we just want to put them up, get them healthy again. Well, they're good and healthy already, but keep them healthy, should I say. Let them recover. So again, not 100% sure where we're going to go with this tree in the future. It's a bit of a, you can see, squiggly one. We can always think about it afterwards and change it, wire it up, do a bit of, put it at a different angle or whatever, but for now we'll just leave it, get it good and growing strong. And then we'll worry about the styling later stage. So again, we'll just work that in. This one isn't an Itagawa, this is a different type, I think, or it might be, I'm not too sure. Maybe it's a different type of Itagawa. It's got kind of like little flowers on it or something. It's a different foliage, it's more coarse compared to the last one. So, anyway, whatever it is. It's got a nice, strong, small, short foliage on it. Clumps well, so it's ideal for building pads and things. Okay, so we'll give that a while to settle in, and maybe we'll go in and clean up a bit, take out some of these smaller branches, but for now we'll just let it recover and then we can work on it at a later stage. So we'll put that up there out the way. Okay, so we've got this last fella. Now again, we've got, you can see it's shot roots out at different levels, so I'm thinking of sticking with these two bigger ones up here, and we'll get rid of all this down here. So we'll take all that off from there, like that. Just give these a little bit of a prune back like that. And again, this one is going a bit crazy. That branch can definitely come off under there. And again, take these runners off. And again, bit of a squiggly trunk, but we'll see. It can always be straightened out a little bit if we wanted to, if we rewired it, but again, like I said, it will all come in time. We can make a decision what we want to do with them. Okay, let's find a pot for that. We'll let you a pot here we could use. I've got this one here, which we'll put that one in it. That one should do fine. And it's a bit dirty, this pot, so we'll give it a cleaning. Okay, so we've got our wiring, we've got our drainage screen in. Clean the pot up a bit. It's just a cheap pot, and don't think it matters which is the front. Don't think there's a difference. Again, put in a bit of soil. This one is actually started to grow already, so ideally I would like to have done this earlier, but I've had so many trees that have broke dormancy early that I've been repotting, so I'm a little bit behind on others. But I'd say they should be okay. Pull and twist, pull it, and then you just relax and twist. Don't keep just twisting them, or else you'll just snap it. So you're going to pull it and then twist it as you relax it. Okay, so that'll do for that one. Nice and tight in there. Okay, so line the stuff on the top and we're ready to go. Just to kind of help keep the moisture in a bit, I think. The stuff dries out very quickly. Okay, so that's that one again. It's going to need a bit of work, a bit of styling and stuff, but we'll look at them all later on in the year. So we'll have a look at all what we have. Turn this way so we can. So this one done, this one done. You see a slightly different foliage. We have this guy. That'll be quite a nice tree, this one, when it gets growing. Yeah. That's actually back, that's the front. That'll be quite a nice tree. And then we've got these two others that we did earlier on. a twisty one, and then this guy kind of a tall twisty one, so you can see that one. So it kind of twists, goes up, comes back down, back up again. So yeah, maybe just give a tip of that one as well. And not this branch here. Okay, so that's it for them. We'll get them out. We still have a few more to do, and I'll probably stick these cuttings into something. Some of these cuttings will be, if you've got junipers, when they're sending out runners like that, shoots, they're the ones you want to be planting as cuttings. That's good cuttings there, so we'll probably stick them in. You know, I've got pots of cuttings sticking everywhere around the bench, on the benches, but I just hate throwing them away. Okay, so that's it for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and as always, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.